Hello everyone, this is Sherry Darden, the Business Plan Lady, and I heard you. You like my blog post, but you'd rather listen to me than read, and I certainly understand that in our busy lives. So here is a video of my latest post about pot roast, and you guys have all heard that story about pot roast, and you probably heard different variations, but here's the one that I use. Husband sees his wife just like clockwork every Sunday make pot roast, and he watches her, and she puts her seasonings on, and she has her vegetables, and she does all her magic. But again, just like clockwork, she cuts off the small end of the roast, tosses it, and then places the pot roast in the pan, and she puts it in the oven. Finally decides on one Sunday to say, "Hey honey, why are you cutting off the small end of a perfectly good pot roast? Why are you doing that?" And her response was simply I don't know. That's the way I grew up seeing my mom do it, and that's the way she did it, and that's our family pot roast recipe. That's the way we do it. Not satisfied with that answer, he picks up the phone and he calls his mother-in-law and says, "Hey, Ma, why do you cut off the small end of the roast?" She says the same thing. "I don't know. That's the way I grew up as a little girl, seeing my mom make pot roast. That's the way we do it. That's our recipe for pot roast. That's the way we do it." Not satisfied with that story, he picks up the phone and he calls his wife's grandmother and says, "Hey, Granny, why do you cut off the small end of the roast?" Expecting to hear the same response he got from his mother-in-law and he got from his wife, the grandmother says, "Sweetheart, darling, simply because my pot was too small." Okay, again, you've probably heard that, maybe a different variation, but think about that. I'm not trying to make you, fall over and roll over laughing, but it really is kind of cute. Think about it. And this is what I'm going to ask you for your business. The way you market, who you're marketing to, how you operate your business. Why are you doing and why are you continuing to do year after year, month after month, the same thing, especially if it's not giving you the results that you would like in your business? So I want you to go back. I want you to look at your recipe for marketing. I want you to look at your recipe for your target market, who your customer base is. I want you to go back and look at your recipe for how you even price your products. And I'm going to be coming up with a video on how to price your products, how to price your burger for your business here in just a little bit. But think about it. Why are you doing the things that you do? Is it because it's the way you've always done it? Is it because Auntie Nene or Auntie M or Grandpa Joe says, "Hey, listen, let me tell you what you should be doing"? So are you doing it just because? Are you doing it just because it worked maybe 5 years ago and it's not working anymore? Hey, listen, I've been there, done that, got the t-shirt. Where I thought my bread was buttered, I continue to butter it even after the well was dry. And you know what? I ended up with loaves and loaves of bread that were buttered and nobody was there to eat it. So you may have to switch up your recipes just a little bit. Now here's my suggestion to you. Instead of throwing out the whole entire recipe, take a look at each ingredient and make sure you do just a small modification to see if, maybe it needs a little more cinnamon or maybe it needs a little more pepper. And that's the thing. I was watching the old cartoon movie, The Princess and the Frog. And this is where the princess turned into a frog and she goes to the old lady in the swamp and she's asking about the gumbo. And she said it's missing something. And she stuck her finger in and she says, needs about 2 more dashes of Tabasco. And then when she did that, just that one little thing, just those couple of little dashes of Tabasco made a gumbo into an awesome gumbo. So that's how I want you to take a look at your business. What recipes are you using? Are they still working? Maybe you need to skinny it up a little bit because our whole tag thing now is to skinny do this, skinny margaritas and skinny food and all that good stuff. Or, sometimes you can be too skinny and you need to put just a little butter in something there. So again, take a look at your old recipe for how you're operating your business, your marketing, your target market, just anything that you are doing in your business just because. And if you're not getting the results that you want, Maybe it's time to change your recipe. Just a food for thought. Go ahead and drop me a comment to maybe say, yes, Sherry, no, Sherry, I agree, I don't agree. Here's some resources. Go ahead, have a conversation with me here. So go ahead and post it in the comment either on Facebook or on my YouTube channel. If there's anything else that you'd like me to go ahead and comment about as far as a small business is concerned, go ahead and drop me a note on that as well. Again, make sure that you look out for my video on how to price your burger. I think this is one of the biggest mistakes, present company included, that I had to go back and make sure you're pricing your products for the right target market. Go back to my blog post. I've even posted a blog of saying, do you want to be a Walmart, Macy's, or Nordstrom's? Because that's also too changing your recipe. Where do you want to be in your market? Do you want to be the Walmart, want to be the Macy's, or you want to be the Nordstrom's? Nothing wrong with it, but they all have their own recipe for success in their placement in that retail industry. This is Sherry Darden, the Business Plan Lady, wishing you good luck, good success, Godspeed, and I'll speak with you soon. Bye for now.